I think it's time to get into the garden. And when you do that, you need the right tools. St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center has a whole whack of them. So Carla, good morning. Tell us about what we should be choosing.
Well, with both of us standing here, it just reminded me of a very old picture of sort of the farmers. There's a farmer's pose that shows the people holding the tools. So we are going to make a gardener out of you yet. Now, choosing the right tools, we are going to get into our gardens. And at that point, you want to either open up the garden shed, start cleaning your tools, sharpen them up, and get them going. Because every one of these tools has a different purpose for being in the garden, believe it or not. You know, there's so many shovels, there's so many different rakes. And I know that we did a segment on your lawn. So it may be time then to start getting into a thatch rake, and that when using different types of rakes, do you use a leaf rake? So there's this nice little leaf rake for getting into shrubs underneath those trees where you want to pull up some of those leaves that may be drying that are underneath there. Yeah. And the thatching rake that's on to the side, it has a little bit of a different type of groove, so it gives you that push-pull action. It's got a little bit of a rotation that's on here so that when I'm pushing away and pulling back, it's gonna dig into the lawn and give me that nice little grab into that dry thatch. Remember, we let the lawn dry before we start thatching.
Okay.
All right.
So if you see a guy with his socks on his lawn,
he's going to be running around
making sure it's dry. It's not weird. It's totally normal. What about this guy?
These are garden hose, and there are so many different types of garden hose and tools. Now, this one's called a Dutch hoe.
Okay.
So and the reason why it's Dutch is because the Dutch are really good gardeners. Oh. So it gives you a little bit of an action where you're actually being able to bite into the soil. I prefer a stirrup hoe myself.
Yeah.
Because this one has a little bit of rocking, and actually when I'm cutting into the soil underneath, it cuts underneath them, whereas if you're using some of the other hoes, there is a tendency to dig and then have to flatten things out again. All right? Because we're going after those weeds, and we know that when we're working into the garden first, what do we generally see first that comes up? Are the weeds. They are the faster growing ones that are on there. So we want to be careful. We want to use the correct tools for when we're going even around our perennial gardens. We basically kind of know that the plants may be starting to come up, so that's where it's nice to be able to get a smaller hoe that's around those plants, just to add a little bit of aeration into the garden, because we know that adding a little bit of air spaces around the rooting systems encourages them. Now, when you're also looking at it, there's a collection of two when you're going from a garden long-handled tool to a short-handled tool that's in through here. So when you're looking at the collections of them, you're going to actually see what size of little hand spades. And what I like to do is I like to put it in my hands and see how it feels. Is it heavy enough for me? Is it light enough for me? Does it fit my hand? It's basically that purpose. I'm going to give you this one.
Okay.
See how that feels in your hand? It's on it. And with me, I think going from both of them myself, I would probably prefer this one. It's a little bit more of a sharper edge when I'm wanting to dig into it. And when I'm wanting to plant, it gives me a little bit of indication of how deep I'm going to be digging into the ground for when I do my planting.
Get Growing is brought to you by St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center. Get a lush yard and garden thanks to expert advice from gardening professionals.